All right. Well, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday night Bits Group Team Zoom. I don't know if you all noticed, but there were no reminders tonight about this Zoom. I just wanted to see if we didn't promote, if Datria didn't put the reminder out, if Cass didn't text her team group, who would be the core that would be here. Even on a Super Bowl night, I was like, maybe all the men might not be here. But I know there's still maybe some ladies to show up. Let me see who. And we even got some men in the house. And Will's home. I don't know if it's his
Ma'am,
home
how
team,
may I
but
help you?
Will is actually in Seattle, and Seattle was playing, and he's still on the
Mute your
Zoom.
line if you're not speaking. Mute
That's
your
what I'm
line,
talking
please.
about. I'm a day trader. I'm gonna make you co-host so you can help to police the call, please. I appreciate that. And like she said, everybody police that mute button. All righty. So for those of you who are new, and if you have any new people who you think would be on, you can go ahead and text them if you need to give them that reminder. We do the Zoom every single Sunday night without fail. I was talking to Raven by text, and she was like, "Oh, well, the fireside chat is canceled. Are we still having ours?" I said, "We have nothing to do with the fireside chat. We have nothing to do with what anybody else does. We don't cancel Sunday nights. We are here. And even if I was on a plane flying somewhere, I would get one of you awesome leaders to fill in. So we are here every Sunday night. You can bet the
I
farm
literally
on it.
said that. I said that. I said, Boomy don't cancel the calls.
Right.
Like, I think we had a call one year on Christmas.
Chris,
Boomy don't
we
cancel
did.
this call.
That's right. So y'all know it. Y'all know it. That's how we roll with this. Well, I said Cass called me, said she was gonna be on. I said, well, even if it's just you and me, we are going to be here, right? The NFL players, they got what they wanted to get. They've reached their dreams. They doing that, right? We are working on ours. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started with wins. Let's get some winning energy going on here tonight. Celebrate yourself, celebrate a team member, celebrate overcoming a fear, a barrier, an obstacle, whatever it is. Let's get some celebration going on. So, who's that first person that has a win to share? And we're going to just go
Boomy, I have a
five.
win.
Go ahead, Erica.
My win is I did not get discouraged this week. I had somebody who basically promised me their right hand that they were getting into business this week. You've already done a three-way. They've been on plenty of Zooms. And then when it came time, the day they told me, they ghosted me. And I did not get discouraged. I just kept planting seeds, putting people in, trying to put people in the pipeline. And so it is what it is. And I
Right.
was just very proud of myself that I know years ago I would have let that get me down for 2 weeks, but I didn't, and I'm happy about it.
That's what I'm talking about. Resiliency. Keep it going. Some will, some won't. So what? Stop whining and start winning. And that's what Erica's doing. Keep on going forward and winning. Success clap, please.
Boom!
Boom. Mindset
Boom!
is everything. Congratulations to you. Champion mindset, Erica. Go ahead, Jeff.
All right, so my win from the dark is I got a couple wins actually. One, I'm walking. This is great. Walking while we're on the call, but I had a person that told me they're gonna come in last week and the week of, and then they said, you know what, I'm choosing to go another direction. Right now, that was cute to me because I was like, before I was like, okay, cool. Now I really asked that person, okay, so give it to me straight. What's the dealie? And they were able to tell me, and I love that because it gave me clarity, which is awesome. And then right after that, I had somebody join partner with me in business. So it was like, get the clarity that you need and move on instead of getting in your head thinking about, well, why they didn't join? And they said they're going to join. And this would be perfect for them. All that, because, in no marketing, we do the whole, okay, no problem. For me, I had to get clarity. So that was a W win for me and for me and that person. So it was awesome for that. And then right after that, I was able to help somebody get in partnership with me in business. And another one I have with that is that as soon as they join me in business, I already knew what I could help them save on. And when they joined, we immediately went to go get that savings for them right then and there. So now they got started with me, but they immediately was able to activate a savings on their mobile phone at the same time they joined. So that's another win I love about it. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's give a double success clap. Success clap, please. Boom,
Boom,
boom.
Boom,
Got the right
boom.
mindset.
Boom.
And guess what? Winners just keep on winning. Got somebody else in on the next day. All right, Daytria and then Carolyn.
Okay, my win for the week is I used to always, when I meet a new prospect, I would take a selfie with them. A lot of times they would always be excited. And can y'all hear me okay? Because I'm on a new Bluetooth.
Yes.
So usually they're excited to take a selfie with me. But I've celebrated my granddaughter's 10th, it's her 10th birthday coming up, like we did last year, and we're trying to find some places that we can go in our back office. But anyway, my daughter wanted to celebrate a little bit early and go to a hibachi west restaurant, and we had a great time there. The person that was sitting beside me exchanged phone numbers. We chatted a little bit and we took a selfie. So she agreed to get in the video. And then also before then, I got my nails done, and a young lady in there that she saw me and she said, "Oh, you look just like somebody I know." And I said, "You look familiar too." And she said, "You look just like Portia," which is my baby sister, because we look identical. And I got took a picture selfie with her, followed up with them this morning. So they are in my pipeline. So that is a success clap win for me.
Yes.
Yay.
Success clap, please. Boom.
Boom.
Meeting
Boom.
new people, doing activity. Awesome. Thank you, Daytria and Carolyn.
Hi, I'm excited because I have several people in my pipeline, and I also finally use AI to create my twin. So now I'm excited because I can make my flyers. So I learned that from what you were training the other day because I was trying to figure this out, and I'm just excited about that. So I can start making my flyers.
Awesome, awesome. Learning new skills. That's something great to do. Learn the skills that pays the bills. Success clap, please. Boom.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
Hey,
Awesome. Go
guys,
ahead. Is that Will? No, who unmuted?
I did Ramona.
Hey, go ahead, Ramona.
Y'all, let me tell you something. So the other day when we were doing the boiler room and everybody was reporting, so I told uh, Boomy how many I had. If y'all would have seen her face, you don't have a poker face. You was like 12. How'd you get 12? Y'all, but I had a plan. Like all those people that ghost me that said that they were going to watch it. I sent it back to them again and said, please, I don't ask you to do anything but help me win this championship. I'm in the finals. I want to win. And
Mhm.
they know that I don't play any games, so they know this is really dear to my heart. And so from that, I sent it out to 12 people because I have them on this list. And I got three back. And today I did four three ways.
Go ahead now. Quadruple success clap, please. Boom,
Boom,
boom, boom,
boom,
Boom.
boom.
boom, boom.
Boom.
Way to
That's good.
go. 20 points on the board today. You got to make sure I put those on the board downstairs, okay? Make
Okay.
sure y'all are keeping track of your own points for those teams that have made it to the finals. Great job. 4 3 ways today. Awesome, awesome. All right, go ahead, Pastor Nora, and in with you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Bunmi. My win is that on Friday I had to take the lift because it was emergency for me that whole day. And in spite of what I was going through at the time, I got to talk to three people. Well, actually four people. And I sent them the videos and everything. They said they're gonna watch the videos. So one watched the video and told me, and I couldn't get back in touch with them, but I'm gonna do it today. Not today, but tomorrow. I'm gonna get back in touch with them. And they said they were interested in the business. So that's my win.
Awesome. Let's give her a success clap, please. Boom.
Boom.
So, ABC, guys, always be connecting when you're out. You're just sharing maybe your testimonies. You're keeping your eyes open for like minded people who keep their eyes open for opportunities, who aren't opposed to multiple streams of income. Sometimes just getting into those conversations will reveal that to you, and you can make that connection with that person. So, and add them to your list. So, remember, always be adding people to your list. We want to be always be expanding. Okay, guys. So we got some of those wins going. And now a big win for the team. He's not on here, but we got to announce that we have a new two-star director. Unmute y'all, unmute y'all.
Yes.
Who's that newest
He's not
two-star
on
director
here.
that we got?
Al
Congratulations,
Peters.
Al.
Congratulations, Al.
Yay!
Congratulations, Al.
Congratulations,
Al
Al.
Peters.
Come
Congratulations,
on
you
tonight.
did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Al.
Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations. He did it. He did it. Now, we're definitely going to have Al on next week to just share a little bit, but let me talk a little bit about Al and his process and use it as some teachable a teachable moment. So let me ask this. Who do we have here on the call who is that no matter how long it takes, your goal is to go through the ranks of Trevorium or at least get to two
Me,
stars. You can have common money every month, at
I,
least.
I do.
I
Definitely
do.
I
me.
do.
Me, me.
Yes,
Me.
I
yes,
I
do.
do. I
yes.
do.
Woo.
I do.
Me.
I am
So,
going through the ranks.
Awesome,
And
awesome.
Susan
mhm.
Samuels, me.
So
One high.
I want y'all to know that a lot of times people they wait until like they need the money to get started in a business and then they're doing their business with I call it like under pressure and stress, like their back is up against the wall instead of having that foresight. I was reading something a couple weeks ago and it said that it was not raining when Noah built the ark. Hold on, everybody, and then you can unmute. It was not raining when Noah built the ark. What is the significance of that?
He didn't wait until he saw rain to start to build the ark.
That's right. Preparation, preparation. He didn't wait until he saw the rain. He prepared ahead of time. And the average prospect, the average person that you're talking to, because when we think about, we talk about the 95 percenters and the 5 percenters. If you were on the corporate call, Todd and Daryl were talking about that. And they talked about, and I want y'all to watch Earl Nightingale, write that down. Earl Nightingale has a talk called The Strangest Secret, and he gives these statistics. And he said that in America, which is one of the richest countries in the world, the average person, after working 40 years, working hard for most of their life, 40 years, from 25 to 65, by age 65, only 1%, 1 out of 100, are wealthy. Only 4 out of the 100 are financially independent. The other 95% by age 65 are dead or dead broke. Have you all ever heard those statistics before?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
some of
Yes.
you haven't, but I want you
Yes.
to think about this because here we are, everybody looks up to America, well, at least they used to, right? But a rich country, the land of the free, the home of the brave, and all the money and land of opportunity and all that. You start at 25, you work those 40 years, but yet out of 100 people, so 100% of the people, only 5% have made the grade. 95% are dead or dead broke by age 65. So those results, averages, have not changed over the years. So we got to think about, well, what can I do differently to not be in the 95% and work to be in the 5%, to be financially independent, where I'm not dependent on friends, family, and the government for my existence, or I'm living below where I really want to live. So, as Aliasa said, that takes preparation. But the average person that you talk to says, oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm okay. And so we say in the calls, you may hear me say, people on their job, they work just hard enough to keep from getting fired, and they're paid just enough to keep them from quitting. So most people that you talk to, they're going to be discontent with their job. They probably complain about bills and where they are in life. However, when you bring an opportunity to the average person, they say, "Oh, I'm okay. Oh, it's fine." They'd rather complain. They'd rather keep living that uncomfortable life of robbing Peter to pay Paul, really not having enough money to do all the things that they want to do, than to step outside of their comfort zone to get into what is uncomfortable, the unknown, and actually do something about their state. So I want you all to really celebrate you and really realize that you all are special. You really are. You're really special because the average person is just content in their misery, right? Or they are just content in the status quo. But you all have stepped outside the box and you've said, there's more. You said, there's more is possible for me in my life, in my family. I want to stretch. I want to grow. It may be, maybe I'll be in an uncomfortable place, but I'm not going to let that stop me. So I want you all to really like look at yourself and be like, wow, I'm doing something different than the average person. There's an enemy called average. You don't want to be in that average box. You don't want to be in that mediocrity, right? That's where the average people, the 95 percenters are in that mediocre where, oh, it's okay, everything's fine. I don't need anything more. They just eke out a sort of existence where, hey, I'm just settling for the status quo. But I do really want you all to kind of just take a moment and see that you're as an opportunity seeker. Let's say if you've been doing network marketing opportunities for 20 years, but have never made substantial money, just the fact that you haven't given up says a lot about you. Just the fact that you keep going, keep reaching and stretching. And now you're at a point where I think a lot of you are realizing, well, wait a minute. Now I'm going to do something different. I'm going to learn the skills. Maybe I was just surrounding myself with the people and the energy, but now I'm going to figure out what to do to actually make this work. What I'm going to do to actually get those desires and dreams, not just be around them and them to be in my head, but to actually bring it into my reality. And so, for example, some of you all, you're getting on the lunch and learns and you're pressing up against the fear and you're saying, I'm not going to stay in this comfort zone and I'm going to make the post. I'm not going to care what people say. I'm going to get rid of imposter syndrome and I'm going to learn the skills and I'm going to invest in myself and I'm going to start speaking those things and really using the powers that God has given me and all those types of things. But I just want you all just to take a moment and just celebrate you. For real, I want everybody to unmute. And I want you all to congratulate yourself as if you just made a rank. But this is more important than just making a rank. This is you understanding how awesome you are, the decision that you made, the intention that you have set for the life that you want to live, and the residual income that you want to make for yourself. So congratulate you.
Yes.
I
Kiss
congratulate.
on you, hug on
Congratulations.
you, pat yourself on the
Yes.
back.
Congratulations.
Girl, say,
Congratulations.
girl, you are
Congratulations.
Yes.
awesome. And you
Congratulations.
are the bomb.
Congratulations to
Congratulations.
You're not just
me.
staying in that
And
same
you are
place. You're
hanging
Congratulations.
in
moving
there, continuing to
forward.
grow and
You're
learn,
progressing.
become
Yes.
all the best that
Yes.
I can
You're
be.
amazing. You're
Doing a
amazing.
team
You're
that's a big
amazing.
Congratulations.
winning
All
team
are
of
Yes.
awesome
amazing.
people.
Amazing. I'm on an
Congratulations to
Thank
me.
you.
amazing
Yes.
So
footing.
grateful.
Congratulations.
Then every day, getting
Thank,
better and
thank.
better.
Yes. Yes.
Not a
Yes.
Yes.
day. One love, love you
Congratulations
guys.
to me.
Yes,
Congratulations
congratulations
to
to
me.
you, to everybody. I'm telling you, so you got to
Everyone.
realize that the people that you call that's on the three ways, and the people like, oh no, no, I'm good, I don't want anything, and really they're really not happy. They can't go, or maybe they are happy, but they can't go anywhere. So a lot of times people don't even realize like how much they're sitting in the dark. And then if you expose and shed a little light and you say, if you had a magic lamp, right? And you rubbed it and the genie came out and you asked yourself, and you could have anything you wanted, what would you wish for? Well, they would not wish for the life that they're living right now. They would be thinking about something more that they could be experiencing. But a lot of times they don't believe in themselves. That's why they say no to an opportunity. They don't think it's possible for them. That's why they don't even bother to look, or they come up with some excuse like, I don't have the money. Oh, I can't afford it. I want y'all to think about this. Just think about this. $370 for an opportunity where people are making millions. The people in this company who are making 200,000, whether it's a year or a month or whatever, they don't pay any more. They didn't pay any more to get started. We all get started on the same equal footing. It's $369.90. Everybody has the same opportunity. And when somebody says, oh, I don't have the money, that's an excuse, because does $369.96, $369.90, does that exist in the world?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's like $1 a day. It's
Thank
365
you.
days in the year.
If their car broke down, would they find $369 to get it fixed?
Yes.
Yes.
They would.
So we got to
Yes.
understand what people are saying. Oh, I don't have the money. And the thing, when people say it costs too much, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So $369.90, that's too much. Too much for what? If they really thought that 369 could get them back more, way more than 369, then maybe they would say yes to opportunity, but they're like cutting themselves off with their mind. You understand? It's a mental block. They're saying, oh, it costs too much, because they're not seeing the value. They're not thinking about the potential. They're not thinking about the possibilities. They're just kind of shutting down opportunity, and they don't even know what they're saying no to. But 369 exists. So I want y'all to know, and I hope you already know this, but you all understand that this is a very small amount to get started in business, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it's
it
is.
is.
nothing.
It's a minuscule
Yes, it
amount. I want to make
is.
sure you all know
Yeah.
this. So when
Yes.
people say that,
Mm-hmm.
Houston, there is a problem and they really need an opportunity. If they're
Mm-hmm.
saying it costs a lot of money,
That's right.
Mm.
right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the average business, you can't even get into it and have your overhead only to be 369.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's so ridiculous, some of the things that people say, but you gotta just that just reveals to you where they are. Now,
Mm-hmm.
a person who is hungry, who wants more, man, I don't have it, but I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna get this money. I'm going to get this money. Like somebody like that. That's why when we do the three ways, I often ask your people, if they say they don't have the money, if you had it, would you join? So that's the question. If people say, oh, I don't have the money. Well, if you had it, would you join? Now, thank you, Johnny said sell something. Absolutely. Now, if they had it, if they still wouldn't join or didn't know, okay, well, maybe, they're not the one. But if they said, oh, yeah, if I had it, I would join, then that's when I still say, well, listen, take mental acceptance and act as if you're already in. Because when you do that and you add them to the groups and they can start coming onto the calls, if they're serious, then there's a greater chance that they will follow through and actually come and be a part of what we have. But then I also want y'all to understand that, remember, we're not looking for people who are broke and need the money. Like really looking for people who are hungry for opportunity. And I'm not saying people who need the money like can't do well. I'm just saying don't make that your like what you are looking for, people who need this. You really want people who want this. You guys understand that?
100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I do now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people who need it, let's say if you're like, oh, my cousin Julie, she home every day, not doing anything. She really need this. Well, Julie's mindset is probably not right for this. If she's
Mm-hmm.
home every day, not
Come
doing
on now.
anything, her mind is not in the right position for her to do well. Not
Mm-hmm.
saying that people can't learn and grow, but you guys, you're not like Julie would not be your ideal prospect. You get that?
Yep. You're right.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you gotta kind of know. You need to know like who you're looking for. Take some time and write down what are the attributes of your ideal business partner. Like, do you want what do they say on Beach Bosses? They say you want some bad ass marketers. Like you want
Yes,
people
yes, that's what he
who
says.
like they got the determination, that they got the courage, they got the drive.
Mm-hmm.
People always, not everybody's
Yes.
income, especially entrepreneurs, isn't always up, up, up. Sometimes people do hit a time where they go down. So I'm not saying, oh, just look for people who only have money, but you want them to have, maybe they don't have money, but they got some drive. Maybe they don't right now, they fell into a bad place, but they got some ambition. They got some hunger. They want to change their life. They want to be somebody. They want to experience greatness. Like those are the type of people that you want to attract. You guys get that?
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, I get it,
I
honey.
don't want nobody I got to be pulling along.
I know that's
Me
right.
either. That's too much. Weight broke the
Yeah,
wagon.
exactly,
Too much
exactly,
stress, honey.
exactly,
We ain't looking
exactly,
for no stress.
exactly, exactly.
Wait,
Mhm.
what?
I'm
So
looking
What
for
built the
me.
wagon? Tell me that again. Say
I
that
like
again.
that. Weight broke the wagon.
Weight broke the
Somebody
wagon. I
that's
like it.
Yeah.
hungry, teachable, and coachable.
That's right. Write
Mhm.
down PhD,
Mhm.
somebody with their PhD.
PhD. Mm-hmm.
Positive, hungry, and determined. Look, I'm looking for people with their PhDs. Boy, the PhD, somebody went to school, PhD, positive, hungry, and determined. That's the type of
I
person
like
that you're
that.
looking for.
Okay, turn.
Now, as you sponsor people, we're going to have all kinds. Not everybody's going to be that way. The majority of the people
Mm-hmm.
typically are not. But I want you all to be smart enough to be able to look and kind of feel people out and know like, oh, he got some drive against ambition. Ah, that kind of person. They really don't have much energy. And sometimes you can hear by the energy resonation in their voice is not very strong. But, we still give everybody a chance. But I'm just saying you gotta kind of be wise enough and astute enough to know what this person it seems to be bringing to the table. You guys get that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, Boomy. We got
Yes.
So, and then with that, I want you all to understand that in your organization, it takes all kinds, meaning like the Jim Rohn video, when he says, let the 10 percenters do 10%, let the 80 percenters do 80%. You're going to have a small amount of people. There's this rule called the 80-20 rule. Is
Mm-hmm.
like you 80% of the people are going to do 20% of the work. And then you'll have the smaller amount, the 20% of the people who do 80% of the work.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
in network marketing, it's about a lot of people just doing a little bit. And then you'll have a little bit who do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
A
Mhm.
lot of people doing a little bit.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
a little bit is one a month, one every other month. But
Mhm.
everybody has value. Everybody brings something to the table because you will have those people who they're they're they add numbers to the room. They add numbers to the Zoom. They add energy. Then you're going to have those who come and they may bring something to the table. I'm just thinking back like when we used to have the meetings. So these people, maybe they didn't do a lot, but they would come early and they'd be setting up the chairs, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
help to break
Mhm.
down and be at the table
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
signing people in. And you could always
Right.
count
Mhm.
on them for something, right?
Right.
So they
Mhm.
weren't like the biggest
Mhm.
recruiter, but they were there and helping with the team,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you
Mm-hmm.
may have the few people that, man, they sponsor monsters. Every month they bringing in 4 and 5 people,
Mm-hmm.
building an
Mhm.
big organization, and maybe they're fast builders or something like that. So you may find those every now and again. But everybody adds to the pot.
Right.
Everybody matters.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see how the numbers play out as you build. But I want you all, as you like are looking, like really be write down on paper the types of person that you want. And then in order to attract that, you need to be that.
Yeah. That's true. I
Saying
understand
that.
that, Boomy. My thing is, Boomy, if I may say, I'm always looking for me in a person. Because when I lay my head on my pillow at night, I say to myself, Georgia, did you do the best you could today? Did you talk to that person today? I question myself. I really question myself. And I talk to myself in the mirror. Girl, you got to do this today. You got to do, and I'm looking for me. I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking for me because I'm satisfied with me. And when I'm not straight up, I kick my own self in the behind. I sure do. I talk to myself, but I'm looking for me. When I find me, I'm happy. And that's real.
So somebody asked what PhD is. Somebody who's positive, hungry, and determined. That's what PhD stands for. Thank you, Dawn. Now, Georgia says she's looking for her. Great question. You can ask yourself on the days you work your business, if the people on my team did what I did today, would I be excited about their activity? So that's a great way to police yourself. If your team was full of people doing what you did, how would you feel about that? If you were an employer and your team was your employees, would you rehire them or would you fire them? Look at your activity. Look at how you do your business. Would you hire yourself or would you fire yourself?
Oh, I will hire myself because
Right.
everyone that I brought in, they would all have about 5 or 6 people like me.
So that's you, right? You would hire yourself. And so ask everyone here, we need to ask ourselves that. All right. And if you would not hire yourself, then what would you need to do differently so that you can feel good about the activity that you brought to the table? All right. So, um, so I went off on a tangent. I was talking about basically making hay while the sun is shining. Noah started building the ark before it started raining. And residual income for me is so important, not just for me, but I think it's important. Like if people really knew what it was, everybody would be like, I need a stream of residual income. But what a lot of people do is they wait until they really need the money and then they start up in a business and then it's like, oh, I got to make this thing work. And then when it doesn't work as fast as they want it to, and then they get so discouraged. But if people would have a longer term perspective and realize the average person when they get into network marketing, they've never done it before, never have treated it like a profession. So you can't expect to make gobs of money real fast and you don't even know what you're doing. So you got to give yourself time to learn what you're doing. And then you got to give yourself enough time to do what it is that you've learned. And then you got to give yourself enough time for your efforts to compound. Let me say that again. So I want y'all to really get this. You got to learn what it is that you need to be doing. And if not you, think about it. If you already know the people that you bring in, they got to learn what it is to do. Like this is a real business. You got to learn what it is to do. Then once you learn what it is to do, then you got to start doing what it is that you learned. Right now, you can't just learn it. Now you're like, oh, okay, I really got to take the actions. Oh, I've got to market. I've got to connect and meet people. I need to make the offering. I need to bring people to the Zooms. Like you really got to start doing it and then doing it consistently. And then you got to give yourself enough time for your efforts to compound. Who knows what I mean by give it enough time for your efforts to compound? Can anybody explain that? Okay, I'll explain it.
Give
Give
it
it
the time
It's
to
like
see
baking a cake.
results. Give it time to
give
see
it time to
results.
grow, germinate.
Right. Give them enough time to see results. Give it time to germinate. Meaning like you've planted the seeds and it's not, oh, I made 10 calls this week. Where's my harvest? No, you got, I mean, we like steady
Keep going.
plotting, one foot in front of the other, like you plant and plant and planting. And then all of that, like it has to kind of like work together. You got to give it enough time because you do the planting in every, just like every um different type of fruit, vegetable, whatever has its own germination period. The same thing with people. Some people may be like Danny out of Canada, who brought in the French team, where his germination period was 3 years before he said yes to Daryl and Maria. And then once he signed up, it was another 18 months before he started doing something. Long germination period, but was it worth it for them? Absolutely. Some other people, it may be like Jeff the other day with Rhonda. He told Rhonda about it. She got on a call on Thursday, and what was it, Saturday or Friday night. He signed her up. Right? Short germination, short period. Then there may be some other people where I know for me typically it's a couple months. Most people that I share about this that sign up, the average I would think is about two months for me. I'm just kind of speculating that. I think that's what it probably is. So you got to give your efforts enough time to compound. But when I see you, Jeff, I'm gonna get you. But one thing that I do when I tell somebody about the business, it's not like I tell them in January, and let's say they come in March. I don't have any contact with them. They just come in March. That's not how it works. I use social media to keep myself in front of them so that they continuously see me, what I'm doing. I'm inspiring them, promoting. They still, it's top of mind awareness. I never go away. I'm always in front of them. And I'm continuously inviting them to a next event, sharing something with them every couple of days, putting something in front of them, giving a testimony so they never fall out of the loop. I do that as much as I can. So that way people are always coming in my pipeline. They're always going around the bases. And then people are coming out. Some come out and just say, no, 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 it's not for me. Some come out because they're saying yes. But when they come in, it's not that they're like I stay on them real good, not in an annoying way. You got to know kind of how to massage that. Give them a little bit. Let them know, oh man, we having this amazing call tonight. You should get on. I know you were on about 2 weeks ago, but every time it's the different information, man. You got to get on there tonight. All right. So I'm like dripping on them, and they're staying excited because if you let them cool off, they're going to forget what they were excited about. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I want to speak on that with the Rhonda situation, which is powerful. So yes, the time from presentation to sign up was a short germination, but the undertone, the roots that was built prior to, was the relationship that was built prior to, right? With Rhonda know how my business works, how I run business, and how Boomy runs business, and I was able to leverage. And first of all, I was able to listen to her because it was look at she did this was her first time looking at terrarium, right? And I listened to her, and I was able to connect the dots for her. Her being savvy in travels, she felt like travel was exhausting for her because she came from travel, in the game. And then when I started speaking about the results we're getting from not just travel, but from the savings perspective, say, oh well, I no one told me about that. Now that people, it's crazy how that happens because outside of a big leader from that same perspective, right? I listened, I heard what they're saying, and I said, well, did you know about this? Or I saved money on this, or I know somebody who saved money on this. And then it opened up the door, and they're like, well, actually, I was looking for savings on my electric bill. And thank God that Raven had put her story out, Because as she said that, I immediately took Raven's information, sent it to her. I said, "Well, good God Almighty, look at this. We done had this woman save 200, on her electric bill, da 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 da, right? So her cell phone bill she wanted to know more about, the electric bill she wanted to know more about, and that's what ultimately helped to make a decision after the 39 call, right? Because she knew that she wanted to see about those certain savings, as well as me understanding that she had her phones paid off. I knew if your phone is paid off, then we can definitely save you on your current bill. And so the part of the germination is understanding who you're talking to, understand their pain point, and become a problem solver. So that's when I speak to somebody, I'm always looking to see what problems I can solve or what problems Travoria can solve for my people that I'm speaking to. Because I promise you, they'll pick up. Just people will jump to remove a pain versus receiving a gain. And so me and Bunmi tag team, I talked about relieving the pain. She talking about receiving the gain, and we wrapped that bad boy in a nice, beautiful bow to where we increased value to where she felt the need to go in and lock in her spot that night. So I still have to say, you want to go through the process because that's how you become great at what you do,
Yes.
right? So I enjoy the process, and I like to equate to somebody who has a job. When you get hired on that job, you're not thinking about quitting that job no time soon. So we should have that same mindset when it comes to this business that we're building.
Hey, Jeff, can you expand a little bit about going through the process to get great at what you do? Because a lot of times, especially new people, like they want everything like fast and now, and how do you become good at what we do?
It's a great question for me. So the cool thing is that first thing I like to do is get curious, right? So the first thing I like to do to get curious about my business. So if I'm worried about if I'm focused on getting curious about my business, I'm not even rushing the process to get to it. So I need to make sure that I feed my mind so I can feed my life on what it is I have to offer. So I'm always curious about what it is that I have and what benefits me and what I got going on because it makes it that much easier to sell, or not even sell, really share what it is that you have access to. And so that's the mindset I put myself in when I want to learn something new. Because guess what? You're gonna go through things that is gonna happen to you, but it's designed to happen for you. And so I always come from a perspective of the more I know about what I got my hands on, the more I can grow and help other people see the value in what I got my hands on. And so I don't rush the process because truth of the matter is when I as a newbie when I first came in, in business, I was like, man, I need to get a sale. I need to get a sale. I need to get a sale. I got to pay these bills. What you focus on grows. So if you focus on paying these bills, guess what's going to come up? More bills to pay. So I said, nah, let me scratch that and let me see how I can add value to someone's life. How can I solve a problem? Because the biggest checks are cut when the biggest problems are solved. And so if you don't have problems that you can solve with people when you're talking to them, it's going to be like they're going to ask you questions and stuff like that you're not going to know. So um, that's basically what I think about when I start the process of getting good at something. I want to, because I already know this, you're going to be horrible before you become great.
Yes.
With the horribleness, it gets to teach other people of what's to come. That's how you become great because they say in order to be a great leader, you gotta follow great leaders. And so if I'm not following anyone great to learn what they've done, I can never become great to be followed by other people who follow greatness. So did I answer your question?
Yeah. Yes, 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 it does. And so y'all may have heard me say before you be great, you got to be good. Before you be good, you got to be bad. Before you bad, you just got to do something. Like you got to get started and you will gain skills along the way. And what happens is most people don't last through that learning curve. But I want you all, like the things I'm saying to you all, you may already know this, but you need to know it for your people. Because a lot of times people get discouraged because it's not happening as fast. Because they got to get uncomfortable. Talking to people for most people is uncomfortable. Why? They have a fear of rejection. As we were learning the other day in the beach boss, influencers like our body, our minds wants to keep us safe, safe from hearing no, safe from rejection, safe from being uncomfortable. But when you know this, you got to realize that success is created in the fear zone. Nothing good comes within your comfort zone. You got to step out of that. So when your new people are experiencing rejection or making calls or being nervous, picking up the phone or whatever, that's just like that is part of the growing, part of the stretching, part of becoming. That's why I tell you your first year is your practice year, but for a lot of people it's really their first 2 years. And I want you to understand some people like Ambassador Phyllis, it took her 5 years to become ambassador. I don't want you thinking like there's no short time, there's no long time. It's just what your time is. Because if 5 years are going to come, right? And let's say somebody started the business and then it wasn't happening fast enough, so they quit in month 4 because they didn't get the skills and it seemed like in the natural nothing was happening. But what if they had stuck it out and learned, and in 5 years from now, they were making an extra 100,000? Well, now because they quit, they don't have the 100,000 and 5 years has come. It's like stick and stay to get your pay. No matter what it is, if the time is going to pass anyway, pass it with something that sound, that has residual, that never miss paying you. And one of the things I did at the beginning, guys, when I was doing a lot of, because being in network marketing, you're around a lot of people who look for opportunities. A lot of people want like fast money. And especially in the crypto space, there's a lot of things that like are Ponzi's or that like come and go, rug pulls and all that. So I was given a message, look, if that's what you like and you're looking for fast money, I'm not saying to stop it, but doesn't it make sense to have something long term and residual in your portfolio? This is a conversation I had to have with my mother. My mother is a susu girl. My mother is a gifting girl. A good gifting program where money showing up in the mailbox. Like she likes that kind of stuff. Not me. I mean, a cycler, 2x2, like she does all that fast money stuff. And I said, Ma, you got to be smart now. You got to get something where the money is going to keep on coming in and it's real. It's not a program that could be here today, gone tomorrow. That is long lasting, that is real, that is going to keep paying you once you have it built. And so she said, yeah, Boomy, you're right. And that's when she decided to build this. And she's like, I'm so glad I listened to you. I'm so glad. I mean, now with that money she has, extra money over there in Ghana, being spending it on the girls and doing all the different things she likes to do. Like she is just so excited that she took the time to build up this income here with Trevorium. So I want you all to be thinking on the same thing, like no matter how long it takes, no matter other people doing fast money stuff, or maybe even you, even people who do those kind of programs, let them see you need to have something in your portfolio that's going to be here that once you got it, it's going to pay you for years. That when you're asleep, is the money still coming? That if you stop the business for a while, maybe you got sick or your mother, God forbid, or you had to go take care of a relative or whatever, but you have residual that's coming in that's going to keep on paying you, even if you're not there doing the hustle. Isn't that something you all want in your life?
That's right. That's right,
Yes.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
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 I
Yes.
did what your mother did, Boom. I used to come home every Friday with $32,000 or more
Mm-hmm.
for the longest. I was one of those quick ones too, but girl, this is better.
Yep. And this is so awesome. And this ain't one of them, oh Lord, the board stopped and this person paid $2,000 and then they got stuck and
Yep.
now I'm
Yep.
feeling bad. I
Yep.
gotta
That's
give them
it.
back the
Yep.
money and
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. That's just not working. Not
Yeah,
working.
it was good
Not.
while it lasted, but
right. So I mean there may be a time, for you like to do it, but we just gotta be smart and understand. People show people they look, you want something real in your portfolio, something that's residual, and
Mm-hmm.
then this is so fun. I mean, like the life that it allows you to live, you're saving money. So which that's good. But then you can design your own dream life. I mean, so many people, like when I do three ways, some people just they're not dreaming. They're not going anywhere because they don't think they can. It's a life like,
Mm-hmm.
how can I afford it? And they
Mm-hmm.
stop dreaming. This business allows people to dream. Most people given the opportunity to travel, if they had the money, they would travel. A lot of people aren't doing it because they don't have the money to do it. But when we can see, you don't even need a lot of money here in this company in order to travel, because now you're getting to go all those beautiful places that you deserve to go for pennies on the dollar. So help people to dream again. Sometimes they just say no because they've stopped dreaming. So, let me. I'm just kind of talking tonight, but I wanna switch to compensation.
But
Real.
Boomy, let me just say this, please.
Go ahead.
In what we're doing now, everybody, we have to just give ourselves time
Yes.
to succeed.
Yes.
Just give yourself time to succeed and keep doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And it's
true.
not.
Everybody has to remember too.
Go ahead.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's right. But it's
Everything
not
takes
just
time.
time in, right? It's not just because you signed up and you in and that's your time. It's
No, you got to
time
work now.
in doing the work,
Right. Mm-hmm.
right? Time
Mm-hmm.
in doing the work. Because
Mm-hmm.
not just signing up and magically money from fall from the sky. Don't work that way. All right. Y'all, we're gonna talk about two-star again next week when Al is here. But let's talk about two-star director because I want y'all to understand this compensation. So I made sure when I joined, because the compensation was my focus, that I printed it off and put it up. Now, what they're doing here is they're giving the average, it's kind of an average, and it's actually on this chart on the low side, but this is the average from the daily pay. And as a two-star, I was over 1,500, but this is just, they keep these numbers low. All right, so let's look here. So Al just became a two-star. We have Cass on here who is a two-star. And how many you need left? How many you need right of platinums?
25, 25.
25 and 25. So when you look on this chat, this is platinum directors, platinum memberships, excuse me, not platinum directors, platinum memberships, okay? What they've done is there's really a volume amount that's needed. But to make it easy, instead of saying, oh, you need 2,000 in volume, what they did was figure out, oh, well, how many platinums equals 2,000 in volume. And so the platinum membership is how much in volume? One platinum membership is how much CV?
80.
80.
80.
Yes, 80. Titanium is 50. So it is 80. So somebody do 80 times 25 on your calculator.
Is a 160.
2000.
Yeah, 2000.
Say it again.
2000.
It's 2,000.
2000.
So the volume needed is 2,000. But they don't have 2,000 on here. They just make it easy and just say 25 on the left team, 25 on the right team. But what you really need the back office to say is that 2,000 in volume. Now, you might not know this. You probably shouldn't know it, but this is just how it works, right? It can come from that 2,000 can be a mixture of silvers, titaniums, and platinums. So let me ask you all this. Let's say, for example, if you brought in all titaniums, would you still just need 25 in the left and 25 in the right?
No,
No.
you
No,
need more. You would
you
need
would need
more.
more.
Yeah.
So let's see how much more you would need. If you still need 2,000 in volume, divided by 50, because titanium is 50 points, that's 40.
Yep.
So you would need, and I'm just trying to kind of show you all the inner workings of this. So if you were bringing in titaniums only to get the two-star, you would need 40 on your left and 40 on your right.
Yep.
So you see, it's almost double the amount of memberships that you would need.
Mm-hmm.
So the quickest way to get to the ranks is how we do it, which is to focus
Mm-hmm.
on platinums. And platinum is the most valuable membership anyway, because you make the most money, you get the most discounts, you get the most travel points. Sometimes people ask me, oh, well, what if the new people who are about to come in, oh, well, what if somebody wants to do titanium? Well, I let them know that's their choice. But once you get them on a three-way with me, nobody chooses titanium. Our team builds with platinum, and we don't want to do people a disservice and let them sign up for something else and then wish they had signed up for platinum, because there's no paying the difference. So as you can see, everybody that you've signed up has signed up platinum. That's just the way we move. But I wanted to kind of let you all see where this is coming from. This 25 in each leg gives you the volume that you need for 2-star rank. 25 platinums. If everybody was not a platinum, then you would need more than 25 in each leg. Do you guys get that?
Yes.
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 Okay.
You need 5 personal.
All right. Yes. And so then you need 5 personals. There is a CV amount. I don't have that in my head that the company says that you need, right? But 80 times 5 is 400. So it's probably near 400 or something like that. But whoever made the chart just said, oh, okay, 5 personally sponsored people will give you, hold on, 5 personals will give you the CV that you need for 2-star. Okay. Now, there's something called coding bonuses. I'm going to be doing more videos about this, but in network marketing, leverage, like you're making leveraged income. Linear income is you work for 8 hours, you get paid for 8 hours like you do on your job. Leveraged is you can make money and you're not doing the work. That's the kind of income that you want to set yourself up for, right? Where you can get paid and it's not about you being at the point of sale. You all want that kind of income?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
that's why network marketing is such a beautiful thing. And from Bob Proctor to, I mean, Warren, what's the guy's name that from Warren Buffett? He owns network marketing companies. He owns Pamper Chef, direct sales companies, because they understand about leverage. OPE, other people's efforts, OPT, other people's time. So as a smart business person, you don't just want to get paid from you being at the point of sale. That's why I prayed for this business, because I was making money in crypto, but I had to sell these things called nodes. And it's like, oh my God, you get paid like a good bonus, but you got to sell all over again the next month. I'm like, this is tiring. This feels like a job. I need to have my money set, whether I get out of bed or not, it's just going to be there. That's the beautiful thing about what we have here and what we're building. So, but leverage is, how can Ruth get paid when Ruth isn't doing the work? How can Jeff, how can Anna, how can Erica get paid from someone else's efforts? Not taking anything away from that person, but being able to, that person is getting blessed because they've done some work, but because you had something to do with them being introduced to it, you get paid as well. So, what is the coding? And this column right here shows the coding bonus.
$25.
Yeah, the coding on
$25.
what's the coding on 2-star? Everybody say it. What's the coding?
$25.
$25.
$25. Okay. So what this means is,
Can I give the example?
yeah, go ahead.
Boomy, this Anna. Okay, so what this means is if Boomy brings Jeff in, Boomy gets $50. If Boomy brings Jeff in, Boomy gets $50. If Jeff brings me in, Boomy gets $25. I get $50. Is that correct?
So let me say it again. So if you, so you're bringing me in,
Yes.
okay, and then so let's say Anna sponsors me. Anna is going to get $50. Okay, when I come in. Now, let's say Anna's a 2-star. Okay, so actually, Anna gets 50 and Anna gets what?
25.
25.
Oh,
Okay?
oh,
Because Anna is a 2-star. So anytime Anna sponsors somebody, she's going to get 50 plus 25. So let's
oh,
say Anna
that's the way it
brings me
works.
in. Now she just got $75.
Mhm.
But now I got to get my what? My
You're
3.
3.
Mhm.
So every time I bring somebody in, how much is Anna going to get?
20.
$25.
Yep. So with each of my people now, she's not doing that work, but she's getting 25, 25,
So
and
she's
25.
so she's leveraging.
Yes.
I'm
Mhm.
leveraging, but that's just like a toll booth. When you going past a toll booth and you're throwing the change in the toll booth. Ah, I love it. I love it. A red light bulb just went off. I love it.
Now then, and I don't want to give y'all too much too soon, but let me tell you what happens. Now, once I get my 3, now I start getting coding as a platinum director when I get my 3. So now when I get my 3, now what's my coding bonus?
$5.
$5.
$5.
So when I
$5.
bring somebody in, I'm gonna get the 50 plus the 5. As soon as I get my 3, now I'm getting 55.
I get
Guess
that, Boomy.
but guess what Anna's gonna get? Anna's gonna get
25.
nope, she's gonna get 20. Because
Okay.
out of this
Oh,
25, 5 goes to me. But Anna, now once I get to platinum, Anna's still gonna get, if I'm platinum, $20 for every single person that I bring in. She's gonna get 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 every time I bring somebody in. So when y'all hear Tia talks about codes, have y'all ever heard her say, "Oh yeah, I get those codes from Boomy's team"? I don't know, but listen, sometimes she'll say, Boomy's
Yes.
team didn't help me to get to ambassador because they were on a leg where I didn't need the volume, like that was already done, right?
Yeah.
But she said, but I got the codes. So every time somebody comes into our team, Tia gets this money over here,
Oh.
depending on the level. So she gets coding bonuses every single time somebody
Oh.
comes into the big group. She getting paid, 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 paid from every
Oh.
single person.
Mm.
That's leverage. Okay. So, but the main thing I just want y'all to see to keep it simple is $50 is the minimum when you sign up a platinum membership. Soon as you get 3 with that next person you sign up, then you're going to start getting an additional 5. This is called coding bonuses.
Mhm.
And then with each rank, it increases. Okay. So right now, as a 4-star, when I bring in someone, how much do I get?
A 50
$50 plus
95?
45.
45.
So how much is that
$50
together?
plus 45.
Yeah.
$95.
Plus.
Yes. So I get the 50 and the 45. So I get $95 for every person that I personally bring in. But now, if I bring in David, every time David brings in, when he brings in his 3, what am I going to get?
40.
$45.
Yeah, 45, 45, 45.
So, but
Right? Because he's not platinum director yet, Ruth.
okay.
So, right, for his first 3, I'm going to get 45. But as soon as he gets to platinum, he's going to get a part of that 5. So he's going to get 5,
40.
but I'll
You
get
get
40.
40. Right. Okay.
40. Okay.
All right. So the reason why you want to keep moving up is because your pay increases. Not only does your daily pay increase, but that coding bonus increases as well. And the more that people on your team, when you teach them the baseball system, hey, get them started pitching the ball, getting them to go around the bases, and they bringing people, bringing people, bringing people. Now you got this money every day. You got this money, extra coding coming into you. It adds up well. That's why you want to get a team that's producing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear Cynthia say on the calls, $100 at 4-star, that's just the base. And I've said, you may hear me say, oh yeah, I've had $200 some days. So it's rare that I just have 100. That's because you get this other money from people coming in.
Mhm.
And so that's why you want to get an active team. You want a team who's doing launches. You want a team who's bringing people to the calls. You want a team who people who are hungry, because you just don't want to be stagnant, just only getting daily pay. You want to have daily pay. You
You
and
want
you work 25
promotions.
every day plus this going on too.
Mm.
Anybody have any questions? Oh, Carolyn, I see your hand up.
Yes, hi. Oh, I understand what you're saying about how it's working. Now, when it in the area where it says monthly, for example, two-star directors, and the monthly is 750 to 1,500. Is that part of the explanation for those amounts from 750 to 1,500? How to explain
Yeah.
that?
Well, what's 25 times 30?
25 times 30. If I have
Make
to
up this calculator.
750.
Yep, it's 750. So that's where that comes
Okay,
from. Okay.
okay,
25 times 30 days. So if your team wasn't doing nothing, there was no duplication, nobody was bringing people in, and you're a two-star, you're going to get $750 a month.
okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
But because people that you do bring in, they're going for 1 star, they're going for platinum or whatever. Now you're not just getting that. That's just like the base. Then you're getting all this money that adds up as well. So when I was 2-star, it was more into the 2000s because of how our team was growing, but they just kind of give an average of what it is for the average 2-star. But 2-star is common money.
So that 1,500 is a total of all those other like 5, 15, 25, whatever.
Yeah.
That's added up, multiplied.
Yeah. And
Okay.
remember, what's your bonus? What's your bonus at 2-star?
Is that the
No,
750?
700.
Yeah, up to 750.
Okay.
So like I never every month for me it was 750. But does anybody here know what determines the 2-star bonus?
mm-mm.
No? Okay.
If you keep bringing
Transfer one
people
person a
in,
month.
That based on the
if you
25,
keep bringing
25?
people in,
So this is how
you
it works.
have to bring in one person a month.
Yes, you have to bring in one person, one new person to get that 2-star bonus, but the amount is determined by, for example, you got to have 5, right?
Okay.
5 times 80. So the CV for each membership is 80. So you get that in dollars. So what's 80 times 5?
400.
400?
400. So if you only have 5 personals at 2-star, and you brought in one person, it would be a $400 bonus. What if you had 8 personals?
8, 6 is 6 is a
640?
640. If you had 8 personals, then your bonus would be 640. What if you had 10 personals?
800.
800?
Yep, but can the bonus be 800?
Nope.
Oh,
750.
No.
no, it would be 750.
750? 750.
You got
Okay,
that?
got
So when
it.
I was 2-star, I had at least 10 personals. So every month I got 750 because I brought in somebody every month.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So have a goal of 10 personals because that's
Right.
what you need for ambassadors. Actually, I think it's 10. I don't know why it says not, but just have a goal of having 10 personals. That'll be a good number by 2-star, and that way you max out. There's 2-star
Definitely.
bonus. So
Mm.
then you getting 750
Definitely.
from that bonus, minimum of 750 if your team wasn't doing anything.
That's
So right,
good.
right there, you're almost at 1,500, and then all the coding bonuses is more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to go over that since we just had a new 2-star, and you all are going to be moving from where you are to 1-star
Yeah.
to 2-star. Does anybody have any questions or need any clarification about what we just went over?
I'm glad you went
Yeah.
over that, Boomy. This is Anna. I'm so happy that you went over that because
Yeah.
now I'm getting ready to pound the ground. Now
Likewise.
I understand it. I didn't realize because the chart doesn't say that. It doesn't explain it the way you just did. And it's a whole lot more money here than what we're looking at. It
Yes,
really is.
it is.
Question, Boomy.
Hmm.
Even that we know about.
Right. Correct.
So print this
Correct.
out, guys, and hang it up so you can keep focus on what you're working towards and why. And so I would write on here November 30th. I remember writing November 30th, 2 star or whatever it was that I wanted, and just kept focus on what I'm building because I just wanted to see it every day. Okay. I got my three real quick, got my three in 3 days. And then it was like, okay, next, all right, 1 star. I'm just focused on these numbers. I'm building now, turning this one into an 8, turning these two on this side into an 8. And so that's why you're intentional. How do you do that? All right. I'm getting my people to pitch. I'm getting my people to bring their guests to the Zooms. We're doing the 3 ways. I mean, it's all about growth and expansion, how you get from one place to the other. And I went and I charted my numbers to see how long it took me to get to each rank. I got it up here. So it took me 3 days to get to platinum director. It took me 11 days to get from there to 1 star. It took me 40 days, 1 month and 9 days to get from 1 star to 2 star. It took me 111 days to get from 2 star to 3 star. That's 3 months and 20 days. And it took me 202 days to get from 3 star to 4 star. That's 6 months and 19 days. So I charted out my rank advancement speed because it was important for me to know those numbers. All right. Go ahead, Jeff.
From a whole different perspective, Boomy.
What'd you say, Johnny?
I said that's seeing things from a whole different perspective.
Good, good.
You know, yeah, how you can see the numbers and how it's important to do that daily method of operation
Mm-hmm. Yep.
to
All
keep
right.
track.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Jeff.
yeah. So just to tag on what you said, I started to think about what I normally make with my with my prior business, right? And I said, well, imagine I made that here. So if whoever has a job, do you know exactly how much you make a day on your job? And if you don't, figure that one out. And if you do, now let's see how long it'll take me to make this here versus what it took me to make that on my job. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like gamifying it now, right? And that's just off the daily pay side. We ain't even talking about coded bonus. That thing in my last company, coded bonus was, oh my goodness, the power of the coded bonus is off the chain, y'all. I don't think I understand for real what that coded bonus does when your team is doing work. Lord, baby Jesus. And that's what I saw you doing your work. But if you come from a perspective of, okay, like for instance, right now, my ultimate goal right now is to be making $200 a day right now. So that's a new milestone for me. At $200 a day, that's a new milestone for me. And so, but I don't know if you guys know, there's a way for you to generate $3,200 a day here. So if just to put that in perspective, there's a lot of money on this table. $3,200 a day is one of the top positions in the company. And I just want you guys to paint the picture of what that would look like for you. Whatever the goal is, $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day. Just think about that story and all the lives that you made. You was able to help. So that's how I'm framing my mind when it comes to this money. And so whatever the goal is, whether it's $200 a day, that's my first milestone. I didn't know how many people need to have my organization to be able to hit $200 a day, the minimum. And that that gets me fired up. So whatever your financial goal is, because I used to be a coach and I used to help people hit their dream lifestyle number. And how we did it was simply by how many products need to be sold a month to hit their dream lifestyle number. So whatever your dream lifestyle number is, please put that in front of you next to that chart so you know exactly what goals you're looking to hit, and it's going to motivate you to get the work done to get those goals accomplished. So just want to when you speak about me, I just kind of popped in my head like what am I doing it for? Because I promise you, when you got the money, then you could do even more impacting.
Hmm.
So that's basically what I want to share.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. And there's a chart that goes up higher than this first one right here that I was just showing you. Go ahead, Carolyn, then Cass.
Yes, I just have a quick question. Have you made a video focusing only on this without our wins and everything else, just focusing on this that we could pull up and listen to or even share with people?
I did like in my first 2 months I was in the business. I'll send it to you a
Oh,
video or text me and I'll send that to you. I got a
thank you.
compensation video I made.
And it focuses on the breakdown like you just did,
Yeah, it's
correct?
just on this one page right here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Cass.
Yeah, Boomy, I just wanted to make sure it's clear when we're talking about that lifestyle bonus, like getting one person a new sign up every month. So it's not so much about the month as the calendar month, but it's a 31-day cycle. Everybody's cycle starts at different times of the month. So I just got that monthly lifestyle bonus. I have non-personal, so I got $720 um, a couple of days ago. My 31-day cycle ended. It's not even really the middle of the month yet, but now my next 31-day cycle has started. So I could sign up to somebody tomorrow, and as long as, so that's two, there would be two signups in February, but it would count for this new cycle, which won't end until almost mid-March. But after that 31st day of that cycle, that money shows up in your e-wallet.
So you got yours already.
It's in my wallet,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah,
I
okay.
haven't requested it out yet,
Right.
but it's in there.
So, and don't worry about what Cass is saying. Just when you get there, it's going to show you in your back office because it tells her you have a countdown. It tells you like when you're within that period, like how many days you have left to qualify. So it will be in your back office. But let's get you the 2 star first, right? So and then you can worry about that part. There's nothing to worry about. I mean, it just shows you right there clearly in your back office. So but I want y'all to realize a lot of y'all are leaving money on the table because you don't realize how much money is in this compensation plan. But when you start to like all the things that like Cynthia's saying, oh, let's play the game and let's, do the 3 ways and whatever, getting your team to participate and do business and show up online and pique interest and inspire people to, to dream bigger and to design their own dream life and to build a residual income. Why do we do all that? It's so that you can monetize, like you're changing lives in the process. You're getting paid for doing it. And you're getting this money that you're not getting right now because you're not really moving or your team's not moving. You're not inspiring them to move, or you're looking for people who are self-motivated to move. Then all this is going to become really real. And you'll be like, oh, that's what they was talking about. So let's go get the money. Go get the money. Jeff, I see your hand back up.
Heck yeah. Hold on, man. Kathy got me fired up. Hold on. First of all, can we give a shout out to Boomy for knocking out $100 a day in 6 months? Like, hold on, man. I think we need to pause for the cause, god dang it. Because wait a minute. Lord, baby Jesus. People working 20 hours an hour. She got to work 5 hours to do that. She hit that thing every day. Right now. Back to Cash. Shout out to Cash because I've been in the game and I see her be in the game and this is the first time I see her really like piping up and leveling up like this to where she getting her bonus every month, doc, on top of the daily pay now. Like that, like Cash, first of all, man, your growth is crazy, amazing. You got 9 persons yourself, like you winning. And so test Cash is a testimonial about what Boomy is saying about this whole stay and collect your pay. Imagine Cash would have quit, man. Imagine she would have said, you know what, Boomy, I've been rocking with you since the moon, and I'm back, and it ain't doing what it's needed to do. She would have missed out on her season. All
Mm.
the season she's been pouring in, all the wins and losses that have been going on between her time, and now she got W's in the chat. Well, I'm talking young and stuff right now, but she's winning now, and this is just the beginning of her winning. But the season, the time she had to put in the work, mind you, she's in the other company, and you still knew who Kaz was. Why? Because she would show up to events, she would show up to the calls, she would lend herself to calls, she would host calls, to where you know who a Kaz was, whether you know what Kaz did. How many of us are showing up for ourselves first and then showing up in our businesses? Like, come on, man. This is so dope to see that she like, listen, guys, I've been doing, your 30 days ain't the 30 days that you're talking about, but listen, I got my bonus again. And I got the whole seven, whatever, right? So this is what I'm saying, y'all. Like, I don't care where you've been, what you've done, what you're doing, but this is where it's at. We got a 13-year-old company that we can leverage that. That's a flex for us. How many of our companies are still around today and have been around for 13 years? How many? Like, come on, like I was talking to me about that prior too. I said, man, all the little pop up and drop off companies, I'm tired of those. Everybody trying to pick me on a new thing, which is new ground floor. Man, the ground ain't no ground floor. That thing under the ground. And so to be able to have a company that survived the ground floor, survived the first 5 years of business, still doing it, about to pour millions in, just owned it, bought their own building,
Mm-hmm.
and we get to leverage all of that debt-free company, got their own staple. All this is good. Oh my God, we need to be shooting more content about the value that we have. We were a solid company that's been in the game, even after the pandemic, in the travel industry. There's other companies that folded during the pandemic that was in travel. Big time leaders had nowhere to go. Companies gone. But your Royal assets, they lasted through the pandemic. They're still here and they're growing. And they're talking about to put some more money in the game. So I don't know. I know I'm preaching to the choir because we are the least on this call, but the replay needs to be replayed. Because at the end of the day, our team need to receive this information and say, listen, you are in a very powerful position right now to win big with a company that knows how to win and know how to stand the test of time. Where they're not a fly by night here now going to Maui, right? At the end of the day, they here. And the leader in front, not just the leader, but the owner is in the front of the room. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got to really put some more energy in our minds and our hearts and really understand that there's a mission behind this right here, and we really, really have no choice but to win. So thank
Yes.
you, Chad, for putting the battery in my back tonight, girl. The Lord, baby Jesus, you are the proof of what Bloomberg is saying on this call tonight, Doc.
Hey, Cass, I see you
You're
unmuted.
welcome. You're welcome, Jeff, and thank you. Thank you.
Real quick, I'm at work, but I just want to piggyback off of Jeff in two areas. I want to one up him about the powerful company. Not only do we have a powerful company, but our coach, Boomy, is powerful. And you can have a powerful company, but if your leader, your direct leader,
Yep.
is
Yep.
crap, then it's no good. Second of all, when I
Mhm.
came in January of last year, 2 months in, I noticed cash. I noticed the difference in cash. So I will say I'm a bit, double up on what Jeff just said, and it still goes back to Boomie's leadership. Cass is Cass
Mhm.
because who she is. She's Cass, but she also has been a student of Boomie for a long time. So y'all don't want to underestimate. I know we be doing all kind of things, but you do have to sit down in a quiet place and give thanks to your leadership
Mhm.
because Boom, and I'm talking about Boom.
Mhm.
And so your
Mhm.
leadership is wonderful. Your leadership is powerful. Your leadership is a generational legacy.
Mhm.
So don't
Mhm.
take that stuff for granted. But Kev, yeah, you definitely it's noticeable the change, the glow
Mhm.
up.
Mhm.
And what you just said right there is exactly what Boomy wants. She wants to be able to raise up leaders from her leadership. And that's exactly what Cass is an example of. You are 1 trillion% correct. You helped me out of you with that. That's 100%. What'll make Boomy happier, more happy than anything, is to say, I mean, I got leaders left and right. They outdoing me, baby.
Yeah.
That would be the greatest honor of what she's been pouring into us for so many years. To be the leader that she wants to see in every one of us, because we are super leaders, and she just want to be able to bear the fruits from the labor, guys. So that's why it's like, yeah, we got to be the leader that we can put people in front, and we have us. We here, but we're trying to 10x this thing. Because you're right, that's going to be the ultimate sign of appreciation is that massive duplication from leaders, proper leaders. So you're right. Not you got me fired up too, girl. Leave dog baby Jesus.
That's a mic drop right there,
Yeah,
Jeff.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely,
yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Mm, mm, mm.
So,
The best, I tell you, man.
well,
Oh, man.
thank you.
And
Oh, go ahead, Cass.
that's what I always tell Boomy. I want this for me, but I also want it for you. I always have told her that because I am not going to let all your hard work and everything that you poured into me go in vain. I got to show you how I appreciate it. There was a man, remember Steve Bow, Boomy?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever be able to develop in this lifetime. Our gift to God is to develop as much of that talent and ability as we can in this lifetime. That quote stuck with me, and I related to Boomy because I tell her that all the time. I am not giving up because I am not going to let you down. No, I don't want to let me down either, but I definitely don't want to let you down. You poured too much into me for me to just let it all be in vain. We got to be patient, give ourselves grace. We
Mm-hmm.
got to stick it out because this, like she says all the time, is our learning process. People like, you've been in that network marketing stuff for years. Yeah, I've been in marketing college. I've been learning and growing how to develop myself to get to the success that I want to have. And that's what I've been doing. What have you been doing? People will say that to me. Yeah, you've been doing this for 10 years. Yeah. And what you been doing the last 10 years? Because you still complaining about the same thing. You still living the same way. Come on. All right. I'm going to shut up. Thank you,
Hey,
Erica and Jeff, for your recognition of me and our awesome leader, Boomy.
well, thank you, Cass. And you're so right. You can't just let people be saying any crazy thing to you. You got to let them see, like, you working on being the 5%er. They in the 95% category and they think something's wrong with you. Oh my goodness, please. Look, y'all, I thank you so much. I humbly just accept all the appreciation that you all give and love and all of that you show me. I really appreciate that. And like Jeff said, and Daryl sitting right here, he knows. For me, it's just about truly making an impact. I believe in this industry. I've seen people go from zero to hero. You have chosen it. I want you to be massively successful, but you got to understand it takes time, it takes growth, it takes learning. And so as we say, you stick and stay to get your pay, give yourself enough time. The Cass said, show yourself grace, but just like the only way to fail is to quit. Don't quit on you because I'm not going to quit on you. Comparison is the thief of joy. I don't want you to compare yourself to nobody except for you. That's what you do. Every day you show up. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? How can I make better choices? How can I create better habits? Just you be your own competitor against you. Nobody else on this team. If anybody you see them winning, like let that inspire you, but you're not in competition with anybody except for you. And so we all are winners here. You're just a winner because you chose to keep on going and stretch for more. So we already determined that earlier. So we're going to end here. Print this compensation sheet out, put it up this week. Make sure that you are listening to Think and Grow Rich, our book of the month. When he came on today, he was talking about the story about Edward Barnes, and he talked about persistence, intensifying your desire. That's what you got to do, guys. You got to be hungry, as Les Brown says. Intensify your desire for what you see on the screen for that residual income and help others to make this residual income. He said Barnes had an all consuming desire, a definiteness of purpose. I've never let go on what I determined to do with Trevorium. It's a definite purpose, my chief aim. And even if it tarries, if I don't get to certain rank when I first determine, oh, I'm going to get there and I'm going to keep on going. So just remember those things um that Napoleon Hill was talking about. And this also, guys, just oftentimes when you're going towards something, it looks like it's misfortune. It looks like temporary defeat, but oftentimes that thing that you want is disguised in that. But just know, because you didn't hit your rank, because attrition happened and you went back a little bit, it does not mean it's not going to happen. That's just something temporary that you are going through. You still see your dream in front of you and you are still going to get there. So let me see, is there anything else? Remember, the conference is coming up soon. It's still time for you to go. There are people who aren't able to go, who are selling tickets. Like Will, he's going to be there, but he has somebody on his team that can't. That's why he has 2 extra tickets. So let's just try to work to get all of our new people there, whatever we have to do, so they can get Trevorium in them. Hey, Will, we haven't heard from you, so go ahead and unmute. I saw your
Hey,
hand.
Boomy.
Hey, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, thanks for stretching our imaginations again tonight. I just wanted to say thank you to all of those who have went on to Trustpilot and wrote a review for Trevorium. I went on and read a lot of those. They're really good reviews. Those positive reviews will help Trevorium tremendously. And I'm glad that David Hart mentioned that in the corporate update on Monday night, because they got a lot more people actually looking at that and doing it.
Awesome. Thank you, Will, for being the first one to ask the team to do that months ago. I know everyone was slow in doing it, so it was good that David back that up. And it won't hurt for you to put the link in there one more time.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't done that. And if you can't figure out what to say, ask ChatGPT. Just make it be authentically
Absolutely.
something real from you. So I appreciate you, Will and Jeff. Jeff, do you have your hand up, or is it still up from last time? All right.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
I just want to say thank you for the Super Bowl call, man. This is the Super Bowl call I was looking for. So that's it. That's all I got to say. Thank you for the Super Bowl call, Super Bowl blueprint. I think we do that money to show the money every Sunday, man. So
Okay.
I'm telling you. All right, that's it.
Hey, look, they got their rings. You working on getting yours, right? So let them do what they do in the Super Bowl. We were supposed to be here. Those of us, I knew it was going to be a smaller call. We could be a more intimate, setting. So I'm glad we got to share with each other here tonight on Super Bowl Sunday. Hey, 1 stars in the next maybe about 10 days. You 1 stars and above, you're going to get your sneak peek into the school community. So you all will be the first to see that reveal as we are building that out. So get ready within the next 10 to 14 days. You all will.
Less than that, y'all. Less than that. We less than that, y'all. 1 star above. Get ready. We about to go crazy. So less than
I'm
that.
ready.
All right.
Hey,
Awesome.
Bowman,
Hey,
We're
Georgia.
ready.
somebody tried to scam me last night right about 11:15.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
tell me about it off of this
No,
about the end.
everybody needs to know this.
Oh, what happened?
Because I get this text last night, and they were saying that you want to how did they put that thing? You want to learn Forex, something like that, And then they went on to say, "Oh, I saw you over on WhatsApp." I said, "You saw me on WhatsApp," and then he went on to say, "I'm Jeff Trill." Jeff, he put Jeff whole name out there. and asked me, did I want to be trained? So I'm thinking Jeff playing with me. I said, oh, Jeff, stop playing with me. This is the girl, Georgia, just like that. I texted him, right? He said, Georgia, that's not me. He said, I'm signing somebody up right now. Yeah, I'm saying, what? Right, Jeff?
Be careful out there online, y'all. Make sure
Yeah,
who you're talking to is who you're talking
yes,
to, because there are people out doing some unscrupulous things for
yes,
no good reason
And
to
yes.
that's
hurt people.
correct. That's why what we're going to share with y'all in less than 14 and 10 days will solve that problem. So, yeah, we're going to be happy about this with y'all. Anyway,
Okay. All right.
we're going to solve that problem.
Thank
Awesome.
you, Boomer.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, y'all. Let's play ball. Those of you who are in the finals, remember, keep racking up them points. Call me. Make sure I got them on the board because we want it to be the big group that goes that wins the World Series. But now we're in this leg of the finals, so let's keep racking up those points. 5 points for those 3 ways.
How
And
much time we have on that, Boomer?
good question. I do not know when it ends.
Okay.
The end of February,
February.
March is the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. End of February.
I have a
Okay.
question. I have a
So the whole
question.
month.
If
Okay,
you
go ahead, Ruth.
if you sponsor 2 people in the month of January, is that are we getting the pendant for that, or what are we getting for that?
Yes, the pendant.
Okay, so I sponsored 2 people in January.
Okay, so the same format. Send in the
Yep.
email all
And
the
it
details.
started January the 14th. Just remember that the contest
Well,
started on the
but remember the
14th.
contest started the 14th, but the pendant is for the whole month.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So send in the ID number and the date they joined, their name, and your address. Send it to me, and then once you send it, call me. And while we're on the phone together, I'm gonna send it to Cynthia, and that way we know it's done.
And
Okay.
that qualifies you to be in the home run club, is that correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So, Boomy, let me ask you one quick question. The 3 ways that we did this month, do they still apply?
So you can still get in the home run club this month of February, or you mean January? But either one, it still applies. You can do 5, that gets you into the
Uh,
home run club, or
oh,
sponsor one person. Remember, one person
right.
also gets you in the home run club.
But I'm saying, I did 3, so I can just do 2 more to get my 5.
Oh, no, no, no. It's 5. It's everything has to be within 1 month. You got to do 5 3 ways in 1 month. You can't add on to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
What was
Thank
the promotion we had for December, the month of December?
That it was still the same, the 5 3 ways or the 2 people for the home run club.
Okay, okay. And you
Yep.
get a pendant also in December?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. All right, guys, let's have an awesome, awesome week. And I'm excited about seeing you all in Orlando in a couple of weeks. So let's keep pushing,
Good
getting
night,
closer to those
everyone.
ranks.
Okay. Good
All
night,
right.
boy.
Good
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
everyone.
Good
Night,
night.
Have a
Good
everybody.
blessed
night,
week.
everybody.
Good night.
Good
Mm-hmm.
Good
night,
night,
Good
everyone.
everyone.
night.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
All right, here we gotta
Night.
go.
Love you
Night,
guys.
everyone.
Bye-bye.